Now, if the government is going to mandate that they are responsible for your well-being, they have to ensure the safety of your well-being.
Rumors are that Diddy was running some kind of Epstein-type deal where he was filming everybody, right?
That's the rumors. Yeah, I don't know that there's any proof or anything other than that.
2024 is shaping up to be the year of revelations, and no one is safe, especially not the Hollywood elites. Big names are being dragged through the mud, and the headlines just keep getting juicier by the day. If you thought Katt Williams was done airing out dirty laundry in Hollywood, think again. He's back at it, and this time he's got Steve Harvey in his sights. But this isn't just a celebrity feud. Oh no, it goes way deeper. We're talking secrets that have been festering for decades: blackmail, betrayal, and parties that'll make your head splike. So buckle up, because we're diving headfirst into the rabbit hole of Hollywood's most shocking scandals, and trust us, things are about to get messy.
He's seen in this video entering the Park Hyatt Hotel in Midtown Manhattan with others when agents from Homeland Security Investigations approach and separate him. They place Combs under arrest and lead him out the front door in handcuffs.
Now, if you remember Katt Williams' infamous sit-down with Shannon Sharpe earlier this year, you'll know that Katt didn't hold back. He dropped bomb after bomb about shady dealings, Steve Harvey, and a bunch of other A-listers. You could almost hear jaws dropping across the internet. The truth is, Katt has been warning us for years. Hollywood is a twisted place, and the people at the top have secrets they'd do anything to keep buried. But 2024 is proving to be the year those secrets come to light, and it's all starting with Diddy and Steve Harvey.
He controlled every aspect of her life. He is accused of frequently beating her and would hide her in hotel rooms for days until the bruising and signs of abuse were gone.
That's a direct quote from Katt's conversation with Shannon Sharpe, and it's safe to say that sparked a wildfire. But the bombshells didn't stop there. Katt went on to talk about Steve Harvey. Katt claimed that Steve Harvey, yes, the same Steve Harvey we all know from Family Feud, has been Diddy's slave for years. And why? Well, it all comes down to some tapes that Diddy allegedly has on Steve from those infamous mansion parties. The implication here is clear. Steve's been blackmailed, forced into silence and submission because Diddy's got the dirt. And we're not just talking about rumors here. Katt strongly hinted that there's actual video evidence.
All lies will be exposed, that's all. And anyone who takes that the wrong way, know why they take it the wrong way.
Let's rewind a little bit. In case you didn't know, Steve Harvey and Diddy go way back. They've been friends for years, with their relationship dating as far back as 2005. And that's not all. Steve's stepdaughter, Lori Harvey, has also been romantically linked to Diddy. That's right, Lori, who was only 22 at the time, was seen hanging out with Diddy, sparking rumors about their relationship. But here's where it gets even juicier. Before Diddy, Lori was reportedly linked to Diddy's son, Justin Combs. Yeah, let that sink in for a minute.
The same Steve that went to go watch Mark Curry do his whole sitcom and then stole everything Mark.
And in this lawsuit, he claims that essentially P. Diddy was the Epstein of the rap industry.
Katt, being the Hollywood insider that he is, wasn't going to let this one slide. He dropped the bomb that Steve might have actually encouraged Lori to get involved with Diddy, and not just for love. Oh no, this was all about keeping things quiet. According to Katt, Steve Harvey allowed Lori to get close to Diddy as part of some larger scheme, one that involved keeping Steve's own secrets buried.
And a lot of the evidence in this case was from those two raids that were conducted on his personal homes in Miami and Los Angeles. And the indictment names the things seized that he allegedly made videos of these performances that have been named freak-offs.
They just tell the stories. Thanks to my wife, I'm where I am. You said that about the first wife. You forget that?
Katt even said that Steve views Lori as nothing more than an ATM card, suggesting that Harvey's motives were far from paternal. But let's be real, this is Katt Williams we're talking about, and when he gets going, the shade is endless. Lori and Diddy were spotted all over the place back in 2019, from Cabo San Lucas to Italy, with the media going wild over their globe-trotting adventures. They even dined with Lori's parents, Steve and Marjorie Harvey, during a trip to Italy, and that, my friends, is where people really started connecting the dots. How could Steve be okay with his stepdaughter dating a man 27 years older than her, especially when that man had been romantically linked to her ex-boyfriend, his own son Justin?
Stand-up comedian, entertainer, television host, family man. But most importantly, I happen to be a man of faith.
It's the kind of twisted Hollywood drama you just can't make up. But Katt Williams wasn't done. He wasn't just calling out Steve for being okay with Lori's relationship. He was suggesting that Steve was actively complicit in keeping things quiet. And that's when the rumors of blackmail started flying. According to Katt, Steve had attended some of Diddy's notorious parties back in the 90s and early 2000s, and Diddy allegedly recorded him. That's the secret that Katt's hinting at the leverage that Diddy has been holding over Steve's head for years.
Replete with very, very serious and salacious allegations, including allegations that Combs had cameras.
Now, if you thought this was just a one-time thing, think again. Katt's got a history of going after Steve Harvey, and the beef between these two has been brewing for a long time. In fact, during that same interview with Shannon Sharpe, Katt didn't hold back. He ripped into Steve, calling him a country bumpkin black dude that can't talk good and looks like Mr. Potato Head. And that wasn't all. Katt claimed that Steve stole material from fellow comedian Mark Curry and used it to launch his own sitcom, The Steve Harvey Show, back in the day.
Why would you do all of that man's stuff that he did on his show on yours, and then do the dude's stand-up when you go on the road?
Let's break that down for a second. Katt accused Steve of straight up stealing the idea for the show from Mark Curry, another comedian who had his own sitcom called Hangin' with Mr. Cooper. According to Katt, Steve attended one of Mark's live tapings and then went on to create a show where he played a similar character, a principal who wore a suit and ran a school. The shade was real, and Katt didn't mince words. He basically accused Steve of being a fraud who built his career on the backs of other people's work.
Special housing unit is a 24-hour lockdown unit, which means that any movement within that unit is controlled and coordinated, and no inmate moves outside of his cell without being in full restraints, to include leg irons, handcuffs, a belly chain, and at least...
Katt didn't stop at the past. He went in hard on Steve's present-day career too. He brought up the fact that Steve Harvey supposedly retired from stand-up comedy after losing a comedy battle to Katt himself. According to Katt, this went down in Detroit in front of a crowd of 10,000 people. And the reason Steve lost? Katt says it's because he exposed Steve for wearing a wig. Yep, you heard that right. Katt claims that Steve's iconic bald head isn't all it seems, and that he actually wore a wig for years, hiding the truth from everyone. And when Katt called him out on stage, it was game over. Steve, according to Katt, couldn't handle the heat and decided to step away from stand-up altogether.
Are you not afraid about being blackballed again? These are some power people.
What do you mean again? These people are not powerful. Satan can't create anything.
Of course, Steve Harvey has denied all of this, but the fact remains Katt Williams is relentless. He's been calling out Steve for years, and it seems like 2024 is the year he's finally getting some vindication. Why? Because Diddy, the man at the center of all these allegations, is finally facing serious legal trouble. And this time, it's not just rumors.
You know, I think in federal court and for these charges, they would say it's routine, but in the public realm, this is very significant, just from who we associate Diddy being and everything we've seen him do over the decades. Like you said, this is quite the downfall to go from, I mean, we saw the mansions back in March that were raided by the feds. So to go from living in those mansions to being in a jail cell, right?
Federal authorities recently raided Diddy's homes in Los Angeles and Miami, looking for evidence in connection with a major investigation. And what's the investigation about, you ask? Well, it's looking into some seriously shady activities that Diddy's been linked to for years. And if the allegations are true, this could spell disaster for a whole lot of people, Steve Harvey included.
That clearly there is a criminal investigation underway, and that they believe that there would be evidence of crimes in one or both of these homes.
Let us know in the comments. Until next time, stay tuned and stay curious.